The warrior subclasses are going to offer you a variety of playstyles that are going to merge the DPS, tank, and support roles between the Berserker, the Paladin, and the Gunlancer. You're basically guaranteed to find something that you're going to be interested in. Each of these classes is going to have a beefier look to them, and although they do all have melee weapons, they're not limited to just melee attacks. Looking at the Berserker, you're going to be dragging around this massive great axe that you're going to be swinging and smashing your enemies with. This subclass is going to be the one that leans the heaviest into damage when it comes to the warrior subclasses. It's also going to have some decent mobility and fit sort of into that bruiser role. You're going to have a lot of slow swinging attacks that do big damage to multiple enemies, and what's nice is that a lot of your abilities are going to have stagger immunity on them, which is pretty good since most of the abilities in Lost Ark are going to cause you to get staggered. Keep in mind that since I am playing on the Russian servers, that some of these ability names may be a little bit different, but if you match the icons to the NAEU version, you should be able to figure out which ability I'm talking about. As a Berserker, you're going to have some pretty awesome AoE attacks at your disposal, the first of which is going to be Strike Wave, which sends a fan of rocks out of the ground in front of you. The longer you charge this attack, the harder that it's going to hit. Whirlwind is another ability that you're going to be able to take, which is going to cause you to spin to win, hitting everybody around you. Berserker Fury is going to slam the ground, damaging all the enemies in front of you. And my personal favorite, Hellblade, is going to cause you to stab your sword into the ground, and if you time it right, it's going to do big damage and send enemies flying. Basically, every single attack that the Berserker has is going to be paired with a really cool animation that makes you feel really powerful while you're playing it. As you're damaging enemies, your rage meter in the bottom middle of your screen is going to fill up. Once it's completely full, you can enter Frenzy mode, which is going to increase your attack and movement speed, as well as your crit chance. Pairing this with abilities like Diving Slash will have you flying across the battlefield and smashing everything around you. On top of the buffs that you're going to get from being in Frenzy mode, you're also going to gain access to a new ability, which is going to have you swing your greatsword at extreme speeds and then eventually stabbing and decimating basically anything that's in front of you. If you want to feel really powerful, the Berserker may be the right class for you. Moving on to the Paladin, if you pick this subclass, you're going to be using a Holy Sword combined with Holy Magic to attack your enemies. This class is going to have a balanced role between tank and support, but you can also dish out some pretty good damage when you need it. A lot of your abilities that are going to be utilizing your sword are going to be doing damage to enemies that are directly in front of you. This includes abilities like Fast Slash, which is going to quickly hit enemies while you move forward. Dagger Lunge is going to cause you to dash towards your enemies, stabbing them in the process. And Sword of Justice is going to infuse the sword with light energy before you stab them with it. Similarly to how the Berserker class worked, many of your sword abilities are going to cause you to have stagger immunity. But outside of just using your sword, your Paladin is also going to be able to access light magic. This is going to allow you to do AoE attacks and also protect yourself and allies. The AoE attacks range from casting a beam of light out of your hand, summoning lightning around you, calling in a circle of holy magic, and just straight up diving on enemies' heads, exploding with light energy. Oh, and you can also cast a shield on yourself, which is going to cause you to absorb damage. As the fight goes on, the orb in the bottom center of your screen is going to fill. It's going to fill even if you're not attacking, but if you are attacking enemies, it's going to fill up a lot faster. Once it's full, you're going to be able to choose between two abilities. The first one's going to be more damage oriented, and it's going to increase the range and damage of your attacks. And the second is going to cast an aura around you that's going to buff the damage of all of the allies inside of it. Both of these abilities are going to last until the orb in the middle is drained. If you want to mix melee attacks with magic and also have some defensive abilities at your disposal, then Paladin might be the class for you. However, if you want to play a more tank-heavy role, you may want to go with the Gunlancer. If you choose this subclass, you're going to be equipped with a Gunlance, which is basically an axe with a cannon in it, and then alongside of that, you're going to be holding a shield. This class is going to offer you a lot of CC that is going to come in the form of stunning people by hitting them with your shield, shocking them with lightning that you call from the sky, and using hooks and chains to throw out and pull in your enemies. You're also going to be able to cause damage to your enemies by hitting them with your Gunlance or just straight up shooting them. You can even take a combo attack, which is going to allow you to chain both together. With this class, you're really going to be in the thick of things, so if you manage to get yourself stuck in a sticky situation, you're also going to have abilities that are going to allow you to get out of it. As you're fighting, the meter in the bottom center of your screen is going to start to fill up. Unlike the other classes, you're not going to need to fill it all the way up to make use out of it, but one of the uses you'll have is that you're going to be able to cast a shield on yourself, which will absorb damage and drain the meter slowly, or you can cast an ability that's going to knock down all the nearby enemies, as well as protect you and your party for a short time. If you want to be a tanky role, you definitely can't go wrong by choosing the Gunlancer. If you liked shooting things with the Gunlancer, you may want to check out the Gunner right here. This class is going to offer you a little bit more range. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Marcus, and thanks for watching.